Of time, I'll go deep into the history of F1 Uganda. F1 Uganda was started in 2003, and it started as a social club of Formula One enthusiasts that would watch the game of Formula One in somebody's sitting room. It was a French channel then. DSTV was unavailable, or it was available but very expensive. But as time went on, the founding members, started to go beyond just congregating and watching TV, and they started their journey with social events. Hence, many of you many years ago could have seen the Formula One Association doing zebra cross painting. We went to a couple of charity homes. Then, through the leadership of Oscar Semoya, he decided that we had to register as a charity, almost like a social club. We're not affiliated to FMU yet. We took on the mantle, and after his tenure, he was replaced by Mr. Kitili Mbathi, who was the MD, one of the former MDs of Stanbic Bank. Many of us know him. He also took us strides. At least he got us out of somebody's living room, and we started watching in a couple of clubs.
Discipline, it has existed for a very long time outside Uganda. As to why it has taken this long to get a national karting championship in place, I would probably say it is based on maybe two factors. One, the ability to have a racetrack of this nature. The investment made in here by our partner, Mr. Moses Biaruhanga, is not a small amount. Everybody should know the cost of land on this road where we are in Bugolobi. And if you look at the structure and the investment on that track, you can note that is quite a huge investment. So as a result of that, the development of these tracks have fastened the ability for us to start karting again. Secondly, as an organization, F1 Uganda, we do not have the capacity. And as if you notice also, the Formula One discipline, they do not own tracks. They use trucks. So a truck is a private investment, and now that we have three investors who have gone in this direction, definitely the championship is going to grow, and we should be able to kickstart this and make it up to something much bigger. The calendar for the Formula One is about 25 races. As for karting, we should be able to get into the regions of about that in the near future. Non-championship events, which a non-championship event is an event run by a club in order to test itself in the ability to run the events properly and effectively. So this is our first non-championship event, but majorly today what we're doing is launching the national championship. So the first national karting championship event in Uganda is going to be held in May, the weekend of the 26th, I think, in Lubowa. That is when we're going to have the first championship event. After that event has been done, we have a date set on the calendar for the next event, which is going to be held here in MERAKI in June. But we are, with the federation, we are trying to observe how we perfect the first event, and then we should be able to secure a date for June. The one for June is basically based on what we get out of there. But then for the last one, we have on it's the weekend of the 30th of September, which is going to be at Busika, which will be the final event that we run. And that should be the calendar for this year. Hopefully, by the time we get to next year, 2026, we would be able to have fine-tuned our regulation and our tracks to meet certain standards, and therefore we will be able to run more events. Just for purposes of people knowing, the karting championship, African Karting Championship this year was held in South Africa. It was called the African Cup. The 2025 championship event was offered to Uganda, but of course we do not have the capacity to do so now. So it is being sought between Uganda, Mozambique, Rwanda, and Kenya. So for 2026 we might not be able to host, but we will definitely try to participate. And then, 2025, but in 2026, as one of our targets, we want to try to see if we can host the African Cup in Uganda in 2026 as a target. Regionally, we are trying to get with our partners, just like we have the East African Motocross Challenge and Motocross Championship. We would also want to see if we can have a karting championship within the next 2 years, so that we galvanize support for the sport locally and show the rest of the world this talent that is here in Uganda. A few requirements. One, you must be a member of Formula One Club Uganda. Our membership fee is 150,000. To get an FMU competition license, as I spoke earlier, we have been given a very good discount by the Federation to, of course, encourage people to join the sport, which will be 50,000 is what we require. We required a filled out form and we require a medical check. Where we have children involved, of course, their guardians or their parents will sign for them. And then once that is submitted, you're issued with a competition license, and therefore you can be able to participate in the championship going forward. Registration, of course, we have on www.f1ug.com. You can find the form to join the club, and once you join the club, the rest of the interaction between the club and FMU we will be able to handle from you through our secretariat.
In the lead is the man from Nigeria. In the back is the one from here.
Well, it's okay. 11 has a penalty. And I think that one is from your area.
That is race 1, cut 10, 11, 7, 5.
It's okay.
And then 12. That was our first round of drivers, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. And this
is going to be my next sport, my next competitive sport. So it was fun. It's a little challenging. It's hard to overtake. Yeah. So, but it was fun. So that is my competitive streak. I don't like losing. So yeah, I did my best to try and overtake, but it's very challenging. I guess you have to be consistent. Of course, you have to be fast. There are very many rules. You can't knock, all sorts of things, this flag and that flag, which we have to learn. Yeah, but yeah, it's fun. I can't wait.
My name is Nyla, and this was like my 3rd time trying this, and I think it was nice because the turns were nice and the cars went really fast. Yeah, the challenges were like turning and on the very hard turns and having to slow down and stuff and overtaking.
Gentlemen, we are going racing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Maxis Verstappenis has passed. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lap number. That was lap number 2. Hey, aha. So we are doing a formation lap. After formation lap, the cats will come back onto the grid in their positions and then we shall have a countdown from 5. That is a formation lap.